everyone, welcome to Reasons for Roots. My name is Lauren and I'm a homeschool mom to 4 kids. 2 graduated, only 2 left in our little homeschool. But I just wanted to do a quick update for those who kind of follow the channel. We have been doing Living Heritage homeschool for my 9th grader, and that is going so well. We have thoroughly enjoyed Living Heritage. I cannot recommend it enough. She is about 5 weeks from finishing the, cycle 3. So high school for cycle 3. And then we'll be moving into cycle 4. So I've actually just bought cycle 4 today, and I'm going to be using it for the rest of her homeschool journey is the plan. Okay. We have loved the book list. I have several videos about Living Heritage, why I chose it, why we like it. So you can scroll back just a few videos and find those. But I just wanted to do an update that it's still going very, very well, and we have been thoroughly impressed with it. So we are going to continue with it. I'm actually going to move my youngest son into Living Heritage for next year. He was doing Heart of Dakota. He finished it. And so he had been doing Genesis curriculum and us reading some just living books for him for the remainder of the year. So he still is doing Genesis curriculum, almost done with it because I combined days on it. But something that I decided to do with him, probably in November, was 5 in a row. So this has been one of the best decisions I have made for him, was to go back to 5 in a row. So we did before 5 in a row, more before 5 in a row, and 5 in a row volume 1. And so I picked up 5 in a row volume 2. I just got it used, got the old edition of it and the Bible supplements off eBay for relatively cheap because I didn't want to spend a whole lot. And I already had a lot of the titles that 5 in a row volume 2 uses. So we have been doing 5 in a row plus the Genesis curriculum plus just reading a lot. So the last few weeks though, his reading has just skyrocketed with his reading. So he is special needs if you're new to my channel and has autism. So his reading journey has been a struggle. And I just want to throw a little bit of encouragement out there to you. Keep pressing on. Keep being consistent with your special needs student or with your struggling reader, and eventually that it will click for them. And so it really has clicked. He has been doing progressively better over the last few months, but this week he is just picking up books and just reading them, which is a miracle because the experts told me he would never read. So here we are. He's technically in 3rd grade, more of a kindergarten, 1st grade-ish, probably processing. So that's probably why it's just now clicking for him. It's because he's just now at the 1st grade-ish capacity. So with him, 5 in a row has been so great. We have so enjoyed it. He has, even when we took a break for Christmas, he was disappointed. He didn't want to take a break, which is unique for him because usually he's ready for a break, but he did not want to take even a break for Christmas, but we did, and so now we've jumped back into it. So this video is going to be more about 5 in a row and how we have used it. So like I said, I do not have the updated guide for volume 2. I just decided to buy it used to get out cheap for the remainder of the year. And so I used it in the Bible supplement. And so the new volumes do have some worksheets to go along with it. And so I do plan on buying the updated version for volume 3 for his next school year, but it works. So if you have this, or if you're on a budget and you need to buy it used, the old version is fine. It still has all the information. It just doesn't have the worksheets, but you can still make your own or purchase them. So there are so many wonderful resources when it comes to 5 in a row curriculum. So if you're not familiar with 5 in a row, it is actually, a lot of people call it Charlotte Mason inspired, and in a way it is, but I feel like it's more of a unit study approach. But you are using books. So your whole week and all your lessons revolve around one of the books listed in the guide, okay? And you read that book 5 days in a row, or for us, it's 4 days in a row. So we have been rowing three names this week. And so this was one that we've enjoyed. And what we do is for 4 days, I start our day off with 5 in a row. That just gives us a good, fun start, and kind of loosens them up a little bit before we move into like math and reading and history and stuff. So with 5 in a row, you can use this, and I have been using this as primarily his core for a lot of things, especially science. So with a 5 in a row lesson, I'll just show you. You have different sections. So you have social studies, and they usually give you several different options you can do. So they list several options. You do not have to do them all at once. And then let's see, so they had 3 different social studies for this book. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me move my notes out of the way. 5 language arts. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different art subjects you could do. And then 1, 2 math, and 3 science. So they give you several options, and you can pick and choose. A lot of the language arts things we just do orally, and it's really easy to do with this. And then for the science things, the science and the social studies, we always use these. They're called story disc, and they come with your guide, and we've cut ours up, you can tell. But what they do is they color, or you can buy them laminated and colored already, but my son likes to color them. And then we cut them out, and we put them on our big map over here of where the stories took place. And so that has been a good way for us to cover some geography, as well as like review. So it makes it easy with the story disc up on the map to review. Every Monday is when I review the geography, and we add our story disc to our map. Okay, but mainly for science, we do a little bit of everything. I really wanted to focus on science and art with 5 in a row. So the art, I think, will help him with his fine motor skills, just a lot of different wonderful aspects, things that I might not think of are in the guide. Okay, so for his 5 in a row, I decided to use a 3-ring binder, and I actually started off with just a regular 1-inch binder and soon saw that that was not going to be big enough for us. And I know this may seem like overkill, and it is to an extent. He likes to do hands-on things, and so that's why I have a lot of like worksheet based things in here, is because he enjoys that. Now if my child did not enjoy it, I wouldn't have so much with it, but he has just enjoyed it so much that it's worked for us. Okay, so the beautiful thing about 5 in a row is that you can beef it up or dial it down as much as you want. So in the past, when I've used 5 in a row, we only did 5 in a row on Fridays. So that was like our 5 in a row day, and we would keep that book for like the whole month, and then we would do the activities. I'm really enjoying though the daily 5 in a row book, and the way we're doing it. It's really worked well for us. And so I have his binder, and I'm going to show you a flip through of it. And then something else we've been doing with 5 in a row that he has really liked is is lap books. So there's tons of lap books free. I've purchased, I think, a couple of these off Teachers Pay Features, but we have, as you can see, several lap books that we have done. Some of them are for the entire book. You can find lap books like this one, like the story of Ferdinand. We did an entire lap book on it. So the ones that I do a whole lap book with, like based on the book. So this is a pretty big one. If I unfolded it, you could see that it's a pretty big lap book. And not all of them are this size, but I combined a few of the free lap books to different things into this one. And so I've used Teachers Pay Teachers a lot because there's lots of great free resources. But one of the blogs that I recommend for 5 in a row is Little Learning Lane. And she has great printables. A lot of hers are free, and some of them are for sale on Teachers Pay Teachers, and they're only like $1. But she gives great suggestions, and I think a very wide range of activities that you can go pick from. So on top of the guide, Little Learning Lane has been wonderful. I look at her suggestions every week. Okay, now, oh, I lost something from my lap book. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera around and show you exactly what and how I have set up his 5 in a row notebook. So what you need for 5 in a row is one of the books. You get to pick. You do not have to go in order, and you can actually go to 5inarow.com and find the whole book list. Okay, and so you can go any order you want, and you can get most of these books are so popular that your library will probably have them. That is how I have used it. I've used a lot from the library, and then I bought several. So you just need the book, you need the guide, and I really like the Bible supplement as well. So for Gage's 5 in a row notebook, what I do is for every book we row, I put one of these page protector or separators. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've done 9 books through 5 in a row so far this year. And I'll just flip through and show you. So this was like our one with 3 names, a prairie food chain. We did some vocabulary, and like this is from Little Learning Lane. So it's very specific to the 5 in a row books, and it's very neat. So she's a great resource to have. A past and present page. We did this prairie dog, natural disasters versus weather, horses and camels. This is a prairie road we did, and I always do one with him. There's mine. Then we do a map usually. And then he also had 2 lap books with this unit, one of horses and one of dogs. Okay. And then this one was, let's see. This was Harold and the Purple Crayon. And also with Harold and the Purple Crayon, I let him draw this cute little, like he did his own, like Harold and the Purple Crayon journey. And I just have it hung up on our banister there for our schoolroom. Some planets, Armor of God. We actually took the time with Harold and the Purple Crayon and did a dragon unit study, which he really, really enjoyed. So there was no lap book with this book, with Harold on the Purple Crayon. So you see a little bit more worksheets with it because we did not do a lap book. So this one was Owl Moon. And so I just got a little over and under the snow book to go along with it. And sometimes I will choose different library books to go with the guide or with the main book. So we've made some snowflakes and I just put them in this page protector. And some animal tracks. This was around Christmas. Some moon. Different verbs. Animal sorting. There's one of the art projects we did. He's like sponge painted an owl. We did this cool one where it looks like the birch trees. And actually, I did one and my daughter did one with it. So that was fun. And then we did like just the tracks, and I let him draw the tracks. Okay, then I actually made my own because Barbar and I forget, one of the Bar books is mentioned or used in this one, but it's out of print. And so we found a Bar book in our library and he wanted to do it. And so I just kind of came up with my own unit study. This was fun though, because we actually took a brand new one of the white shower curtains and drew a city on it and let him draw the city on it, and he used his cars and made a road, and it was fun. So we did one of these arrays. We drew mushrooms, life cycle of a mushroom, and I think we did a lap book with this one, so there's not as many. And then we did a new coat for Anna right at Christmas. And we did some paper weaving. Some pine trees was like the science focus. Again, little learning lanes PDF here that you can buy. We dyed our own yarn. And like these kind of things, like the Christmas themed, or also in Little Learning Lane. Now I want to say they're free. So you can just see what I typically do. And anything that might fall apart I want to keep together, I just put in a page protector. And then we have, say, some more theme things. Trees again. I think this was Ferdinand, so it also had a lap book, so there's not that many worksheets with Ferdinand because we had a pretty big lap book. Okay, then we have Miss Rumphius. Little Learning Lane had these Faraway Places geography book. We did a cloud sketch, seeds for sale, and I think this was free. Like a lot of these were free on the Miss Rumphius. There was, if you'll just Google Miss Rumphius lap book, I think. And we didn't do that part. But Little Learning Lane also does the Bible verse copy work. Then this was actually Wee Gillis, which is set in Scotland. So this is the Loch Ness Monster, and it's supposed to be 3D, so it'll pop up. And looks like she's in water. Design your own kilt. And here's some just geography. There's vocabulary, the Bible, or the Bible verse. I let him write, or I wrote down like his narration of it. He tried cross hatching here. This was just a page I found. Okay, and he also did, I believe we did some kind of lap book with it as well. And then the first one we did was the rag coat, which is not in volume 1. In volume 2. It's in volume 1, but I had it and we never did row it. We never did use it. So I made this I made this language arts page. He designed his own quilt. We talked about lungs. We made our own like lung with it. Yeah, so you can see I've gotten a little more as we went on. We've added some more just because he has enjoyed it so much. So you can beef this up or bring it down however you like. So I am right in the middle of planning for next year because we do have a little bit of an unconventional school year. We are technically year-round homeschoolers, but we like to start our homeschool between April and June, just depending on what we have going on. So last year we started in March, but we're actually not going to finish until right at March this year. I let my daughter take a very long break. So from October to January 1st, so from Halloween to the 1st of the year, she actually took off. And that's just how it worked out because she was so far ahead. I just decided to slow her down just a little bit and let her take a pretty long break. So we're going to finish up around the 1st of March. And so I'm going ahead and getting everything planned out for next year. I plan on using 5 in a Row Volume 3 and of course Living Heritage. So stay tuned for unboxings and some thorough reviews on all of it.